And here we are for match 1, game 1. Womp womp. This is close to keepable. There are 10 white sources in the deck. We are on the draw. The only reason I'm saying it's close to keepable when it doesn't really do what this deck wants to do is that I've got a Pyrohelix for early interaction and a Renegade to kind of mess stuff up. And with 10 white sources, I'm actually pseudo likely to hit. I'm going to keep it, but I wouldn't hate you if you said you got to send that one back. Aggressive decks tend to mulligan better than like mid-range decks. And then sometimes you just, draw exactly what you need because you're luck sack. That's what I do. I think this makes me want to play the Hawk first, then the Gremlin, with the idea that the Servo Exhibition will give me 2 triggers off of the Gremlin. So if I'm going to play a 2-drop here, this one has some utility later, and they could always just, sack this and trade, whereas the Hawk is going to guarantee to get in a point of damage. And then I can potentially play the Gremlin and get in for 2, 4, 6, 7 with it. And then we've got this potentially to go to the Pyrohelix, go to the face. I've burnt people out with Pyrohelix before. It ain't pretty, but sometimes you do what you got to do. These Gremlins were built to last. That's what I'm talking about. But just sending them in the air for 6 damage is a pretty big hit. Which may or may not be what we do next turn. We'll see. Like another land kind of solves it. That's what we're doing. We're a little stuck on the white mana, but that's to be expected when you keep a double red hand. I guess the good news is we've got most of our red cards. Stop having things and stuff. You don't want to cast any spells. The sky whale, you say? Ah. Very sky, much whale. Alright, well, we ain't attacking through that. I think what I may want to do here, I think my idea may have changed a little bit. Because if we're going to get through a long-finned sky whale, it's probably going to take a Renegade and a Pyrohelix. Now, the other argument is just play this and send them. And if this was white, I would 100% be on board for that. I may still be. Like, getting the built to last out of that would be good. We can also, if we want to, just get down the mechanic and the Servo Exhibition this turn. Which I think I like. I just need to get stuff out of my hand. So if I attack with this as a 1,000,000,003, what are they going to do? Double block it with these two? Yeah, I guess I still got a bunch of weenies there, and they're incentivized to pop this. I can get behind this as a line. It ain't great, but it lets me get the most stuff out of my hand. And they have to get 2 for 1 and take some damage to get this off the table. And they may decide just to take it, which would be great. Yeah, take that damage. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just so hungry. Look at them bouncing their stuff. Being all mechanical. Why would you not replay it? Well, this gives me the opportunity to have a built to last plus a thingamabob going. The reason they wouldn't replay something is because they 100% have impeccable timing. So knowing that, I think we swing team, use a combat trick, and a Pyrohelix, save whatever they're going to impeccably time here, and then maybe set up for Augmenter into this. But we get to, again, play 2 spells, Built to Last and Pyrohelix. I don't think there's a reason to Pyrohelix first, because they're going to Build to Last something. We may just need to let that happen so we can fight through the Blade Master. And I don't really mind throwing away a token, because the Pyrohelix can finish it off. So I think if we're going to attack, let's attack, man. Probably want to give the mechanic flying now that I think about it, so that they're a little bit incentivized to put the surprise kittens on that. Alright. I'm going to start with a Pyrohelix and see if they'll use the surprise kittens, because this seems like a pretty free Pyrohelix to me. Is that how I want to do it, or do I want to clear out the servo? I think this is how I want to do it. Because if this resolves and they don't have anything, I'm fine with these trades happening. But this kind of encourages them to go ahead and snap this guy off. Oh, it was an Aether Meltdown that you had. Okay, I'm fine with that. If that's the case, I probably just want to save the Gremlin then. Because why not? I don't think they also have select for inspection. Let's let this resolve and see, like, that's a 3/4 with 1 damage on it. So yeah, we can keep home slice. So we've brought the board down to a manageable size. We still got to deal with that Sky Whale, but I think we're ahead here. Not with a mountain though. Not with the mountain, though. Meh. Meh, meh, meh. Alright, we'll hit for 3. I don't think I need to jump it here. Like, they can jump it if they want to. Because, like, jumping it when I play an Augmenter means another 6 damage to the face, if we're able to hit that. And this clears out some of our token problems. Give me that island. Not island. I don't know why I said island. Plains. That's not a plains. This is a plains. Alrighty. Alrighty. So if I play the skiff, which I'm gonna, and then send this in the air, they block this dude, we ping it, they take 4 going to 5. It's not quite enough, is it? I guess they're incentivized to either take this or not anyway. And I can hold back the skiff to potentially block that. We're at 5 energy. It's not likely I'm going to get to 8. Just wish we had that augmenter. Like, if they want to trade it for the Pioneer and take 2, I guess we're okay with that. I'd rather they didn't. But that does at least solve the problem. Okay. So I kind of got to win next turn. Which Inspired Charge does it? Yeah. I can also block the turn after potentially if we don't hit the plans. But I'd rather go for Zavin. Well, that changes the nature of our relationship, doesn't it? So if I go in the air, and have this in the air, they just jump and block, and I can't kill them with the charge. So I probably need to start taking off these guys. I mean, the other option is wait until I have enough energy to do it, and I may be able to pull that off. But if we start chumping, we're in pretty bad shape. Well, this guy comes into play with 4 energy. The question is, can I survive long enough to pull that off? Because I can't bounce it and replay it this turn. I've got 5. This gives me 2. Bounce the other mechanic, that doesn't do anything. If I had another land, we just win, right? So I chump, take 2, chump, take 2, and I'm dead. Is there something I'm missing? I guess if we draw... Well, no, I can't cast anything else, right? Like, even if we draw like a revoke privileges for the Sky Whale, I can't do anything about it. I do have 2 chumps. I just can't get enough energy to pull that off. That was a rough draw. That was a rough draw. We really needed that other white. This guy deals 6 damage. I'd have to get him 1 point from somewhere anyway, which I think we could probably accomplish. If I had the mana to replay him, I think I could almost pull this off. But I don't. I guess the line that works the best is probably bouncing the Hawk. That doesn't even make any sense, Travis. I think we're just done playing Magic is what's happening, and you're just wasting time thinking about it further. You can always just bounce the other aviary mechanic and try to build a board state that way, but you're chumping. I could see, yeah. I think where we are now, I'm going to have to chomp. There's a potential for them to attack with both. Maybe I can double ping these out of the way. That was a tough one because I feel like we're very close to winning this game. The problem, of course, is the double white. Okay, this is how it has to start. So I've got a block. I'm trying to decide if I block with this guy or not. So if I swing with the inspired charge, I've got 3, 6, 7 if I throw this in the air. So I need to actually block with the skiff. Because this guy would be 3, this would be 4. That would be exactly lethal since we have the energy. If they don't have a flyer, like there's a lot of things got to happen for this, but I think we win with the planes. Whew, right on time. Right on time. This is just game over, isn't it? Game over, man. Yeah, we didn't hit our double white. That was one of the reasons I said mono white might be a consideration. Still playing 17 lands. Like, it wasn't unlikely to think we were going to get there. And I think we certainly did if we were able to hit the double white. But such is life. Such is life. I'm kind of wondering if I don't want to hijack. Sometimes you see your buddy Jack. You want to say hello. if we're in a racing situation, impeccable timing can be good to handle a Sky Whale, but I feel like what happened there was not their deck working, it was ours not working. Like, we got them down to 7 and then had enough creatures to kill them with an Inspired Charge and had them make the attack that makes Inspired Charge lethal. Of course, we don't know what was in their hand. There could have been other things. But yeah, I'm going to run this bad boy back. That was just the deck hiccuping, not anything terrible on our part, I think. Would definitely like to play first. And we'll keep this. It's missing a 2-drop. I could draw one, but it does have Gremlins into rock. And I am certainly ready to rock. Well, okay, so much for drawing the 2-drop, but that's all right. Ah, it's the key to the city. Fortunately, I am not interested in blocking. I'm interested in attacking. I think we're way better off going rock and then next turn playing 2 dudes than we are trying to play the Herald of the Fair for an extra point of damage here. Like, this just lets us empty our hand faster, make the Inspired Charge better, gives us more energy for the rock. Are you ready to get tapped? I mean, we could just Pioneer and tap it. How much damage does that get me in this turn? 4, 8? I mean, both put a bunch of dudes on the table. Get through 1 less point of damage, but have a way better... Yeah, I think I'm just going to play out both dudes. Because this is just, like, next turn I can decide if I'm close enough to just win with the Inspired Charge, do that. And if I'm not, just jam out the Pioneer. So if I attack and tap that, they block, what? I don't know, this guy, they take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's very dead. This is 2 energy, though, isn't it? So I can't tap this guy unless I do that. Are they dead to that? Like, this guy will be 4 power, so they eat this, they take 5, 9, 10, 11. No, they can't do that. So what if they block this guy? He's still 4 power, so these trade and they take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and go to 1. I'm down with that. This also gives me enough energy to use the charge next turn. I think the only block they have that lets them draw another card is jumping there and going to 1. So this is what I had envisioned this deck doing. This is what I thought it was going to do, was things like that, and then Inspired Charge, RAR. They did manage to get a Gear Seeker Serpent out there pretty quick. Old Serpy. That makes me want the Hijack on the draw, if they're going to try shenanigans like that. It does still have the issues that this deck is going to have, which are... It's difficult to play it on not a lot of mountains. Fragmentize is close to just a removal spell against them. Like, the 2/4 is something I want to get rid of as well. I may want to cut it for the reprisal. That seems a bit crazy. At that point, I probably just cut out the red cards, don't I? Pyrohelix is still good. Reprisal's still okay. But if I'm thinking about bringing out... Well, it gets a little better on the draw, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yes. Tricksy Hobbitses. Yeah, this just kills what I want to kill. It gets rid of their... Oh, this is not what I want. It gets rid of their enchantment, the neg 4, neg 0 one. It blows up a P-foul if we need to kill that. This has got to go back, though. And here's where I was saying that aggro decks can mulligan well. Because this is pretty good. This is a hand that Mama would be proud of. Eight or Tyria stay. I have a theory about this guy. And turned Irish for some reason. Sorry about that. Are you going to attack me with an Aether Theorist? That's bold. I like it. Yes, bring those beats. So, boo. So our plan is kind of swing in the air, hope that we're able to revoke privileges on something game ending like a Sky Whale. I'm assuming the black splash we saw earlier is for something like a Gearsmith of the restorative variety. That's a good trade for us. I mean, it's just a good trade. I don't think there's any reason to take it here, though, as I think I'm more concerned about lowering their life total than keeping mine reasonable. And, like, if I'm going to take it, I would certainly want to do it with Pyrohelix up. Because I can hit them back for 3, have my own Herald in play. Pyrohelix can answer those dudes. I don't see anything I want to fragmentize yet. Like I can just pump this dude for 3 and send it. Then they just make 2 servos and potentially trade it for the Theorist. I'm not interested in that. Maybe this keeps their dude back. Maybe I have to buckle down and block it with the 2/2. It looks like you're getting a 2-for-1 with the Pyrohelix when you nuke these dudes, but it's really just a 1-for-1. Okay, there's the Sky Whale. We're not worried about the Sky Whale just yet. Because its privileges that have been revoked. Blurp. Now we kind of got to hope they don't have a Gearseeker Serpent here because we're kind of out of action there. Angel of Invention goes a long way towards making this game quite winnable. Okay, that is a good start. I can get a free... I mean, I can bounce this dude and not replay it. I can bounce Herald and not replay it. I guess it gives me something to do next turn and build up the board a little bit. I'm just really hoping we hit a land for the Angle of Invention. But let's bring our beats. Like, we're certainly doing that. No. This is pretty terrible. Now the good news is we can at least take it out and a servo friend, so we're not going to die to it. The bad news is we're on a completely different game plan now. Which I think is attempt to roll them over with tokens. We will see. Yes, we will see. The angle of invention would be nice too. Again, we're land away from that. So like if they play a P-foul and we get to fragmentize it in Artisan and then follow it up with this, I think we're in super duper shape. Man, that's one acrobatic whale. I tell you what. Okay, another theorist is fine. It ain't great, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ah, das charge. Yeah. All right, so serpent. I'm trying to decide if I want to fragmentize a servo with the idea that we're going to charge next turn. So charging next turn means they're probably losing their theorists and losing this guy. Certainly playing this, certainly making a dude. The reason I'm interested in it is it definitely turns them off of a serpent next turn. Burp. Which they're very likely to have. I don't know, they'd have played it if they had it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they'd have to top deck a land. Yeah, I think with these two cards in hand, I'm incentivized just to clear an artifact, and I don't care if it's a servo. I just need it off the table. Because a charge potentially wiping their board and dealing them 6 points of damage is a real line for next turn. And one of the things that screws it up is them playing a big dude. If they play a Gearseeker Serpent, it would be a particularly uninspired charge, in my opinion. All right, well, that just does nothing, and I'm glad that you played it. So do I go for the charge, or do I just play the angle? I think you got to play the angle. And then just win with the charge next turn. Because this already enables attacks for a lot of these dudes. Like these can just get in now. And then next turn the charge should be fine with the other guys. Like sure, they Aether Meltdown something and bad things happen, but if they take any of it, we're in great shape. Angle of invention. Not enough, not enough, not enough. Not enough. Guess who's dead? You are. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, I don't even have to cast it. I'm going to because it's fun, but I didn't need to. They were just dead. We got them to -11, which is something. I wanted to cast Inspired Charge in my Inspired Charge deck. What? Look at those dwarfs. Look at those dwarfs. All right. Thanks for watching, folks. I will see you for the next game in just a moment. Just a moment.